Aha, so it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's about 8:03, 8:04, something like that in Wisconsin. Hot as F. Already been up to work today, this morning. So, today's agenda, we just got done putting up a picket fence. Put my hard stuff down for a minute and let me show you there. And we got this a while back, and we right over here where we did the landscaping. By the way, that's about what's left of all the 8 pallets of dirt. So we did use most of them. So anyway, what I did is I got 4 rolls of picket fencing and put it up, and they're only 24 inches tall, but it makes a nice barrier up here, kind of keep the chickens out at bay a little bit easier when we're free ranging them in the yard. So that got done today, and had a no-show from some asshole repair guy who's supposed to come back for a 3rd time because he still messed up our tractor here. So this little bad boy don't go into gear, and I know damn well he didn't put the right belt on down there because I put it on with one finger. So I'm gonna have to sit there and get around a little bit later and see if I can mess around in there. So look for a nice video on another local asshole business. And so that's a little bit later though. Too nice of a day to ruin it for a jerk off. So we got that done, and oh boy, in Wisconsin today, let's see, it's supposed to be 95 according to Milwaukee, and they're right by the lake. We're about 25 miles inland from Lake Michigan, so for those of you who don't know, so I'm sure it's going to get nice and warm. I can do a bit of a thing in the greenhouse temperature. That last picture I posted of the temperature at 122, that was at, oh boy, I want to say 80 tops. So that's going to be real interesting today, what we got in there. So anyway, really didn't do too much other than try and maintain the garden. The heat, it's good for the plants, but at the same time, a lot of bolting. We had to take out the spinach and that, and we're going to be replacing some tomatillos in there. So give you another kind of look on the other side of the fencing there where it went, and again, it's awesome right there. So over here today, got a couple other ones. This is a 4-year-old seed, and I got exactly one. It's called Total Eclipse Space Pepper. Where are we? Right there. That's the only one from a 4-year-old seed that made it. Too frickin' warm for messed up or too old, whatever. And this little bad boy, this is actually a black walnut tree that Jeannie pulled out of, trying to pull out as a weed, and it came out still attached to the nut. So we'll be going in there and see what we can do. I think I got a couple more of them in the spinach garden we're going to take care of. And yeah, we got a little bit right here, and oh boy, don't tell me. And this right here, well, she's going to be surprised when she gets home. We got our first canner right there from that she planted. So oh no, she's got a couple more coming up too, I think. So I better not poke with it, you know, she'll beat me silly in that for messing with her plants. So anyway, I still got a lot. These are basically our leftover plants for a lot of stuff and then some of the ones we aren't going to get. We do have some leftover loofahs, but we're going to have to replace some of them that got damaged from the heat. And an unwanted visitor that I caught at 2:30 in the morning, a very fat raccoon. So that was enough to piss off the Pope, so to speak. These right here are the other ones we're going to be doing. Some of the purple tomatillos here. And right here in the greenhouse already, I have to pinch this bad boy off. We already got our first spot on one right there. And these will eventually be replaced when the daikons get done, which will probably be pretty soon and not near as big as I want because this heat, they're bolting on a daily basis. And then these were 3-year-old seeds here that we managed to save for some more big Thai hybrids. Those will be replacing anyone that dies. We did have a few die with the extreme temperatures. 2 people can only do so much with about 700 plants, and it is what it is, but that's okay. And these reapers here, and the lemon habaneros, and we got some ghost peppers and orange habaneros, and actually all 3-year-old seeds that we had. So we got a few more of the pepper fooled using that right there, and which if you don't know are basically jalapeno peppers without any heat. So this is going to be right about here. We're going to try and do some working in here. It's already warmer than heck here. So we're going to end up putting a few more tables outside, most likely, and some planters. The other thing I did want to touch on today is I'm not sure. I have to take a look and find it. It's kind of a warning. I'm not trying to be a jerk about someone's business, but it's like those pre-made things for seeds and all that is it was mostly a peat based one, and it was just absolutely terrible. So I'm gonna have to look for that later and we'll see what we come up with. As you can see right now, the camera's kind of filthy, so you have to bear in mind a minute. I'll try to clean it off and that. And there we go, a little bit better. So we'll be doing that anyway. Yeah, back to where I was. It's pretty warm out here. We're gonna do a lot of my Jeannie was awesome enough to clean the spinach out of the bed, so we're going to pull a couple seedlings out of there and till most of that up. That is where our new asparagus is growing that we established. It'll probably be another 3 to 4 years for that, and our rhubarb. So it's not the full bed, but it's going to be enough to put the tomatillos in to start out with. As in a way, what we're doing with our gardening this year, and it's a little bit different because what we're doing is we no way at all utilized what we had last year, this being our first time. But what we are going to do is try to overdo it, so we may actually not be getting the full potential of the plants, and we may have planted too many. So we're gonna write chalk last year as low end spectrum, and this year high end spectrum for actual planting, and we're going to see what we have, and if we can what we can do to improve next year. Honestly, I'm hoping for, and I'm expecting we got 1,200 pounds approximately last year produce. We expected about 3, that being our first year. We're actually pushing for 2,500 this year, so I got another 50-pound hanging scale I got to put up there yet, so that's going to be going. So, but yeah, a lot of stuff too we've had it's been a real pain in the ass on some of the stuff to actually do, because just the, like I said, 2 people and another adult and 2 small kids, you can only do so much, and we are experimenting a lot with this stuff. So I mean, again, it is what it is, but if you can look at it, and show you some of the stuff I really didn't focus on too much last time on the deck. And let's see, come on, boy, I hate this phone. Okay, and right down here on the planter, you can see a lot of our lettuce, our smaller lettuces coming along good. And again, yes, the lettuce is almost done on some of them, but we do have a lot of good spinach still here growing, and there will be more coming in. There's some, I'm going to show you, go up here a little bit, pan in. So, I mean, there are some good microgreens and lettuce mixes coming in yet. Over here again in Wisconsin, freaking early June. I mean, it's like right here. You already see you got buds on the pepper. So, I mean, this is really, we really have to buckle down on here and keep ahead of this. We had a nice fat raccoon over here, so I'll be setting a trap later for him, and he didn't get too much, but he's trying to attack the Oriole feeder right there. Well, fatty's going to lose, and he'll find that out. So, anyway, we do have different varieties of peppers, like the habanero, and on these harvest planters, we did fit 6. I am expecting, for the actual size it got in our garden last year, that's going to be ample room, and it may be too crowded. Well, we'll find out. And the same thing, right here we got 4, because we basically had leftovers. The red habaneros too, they're a little bit bigger, and this variety we got from the Amish, and we got them. We did lose one, but that's just because it was a crap plant. But we got 6 in this one, and it's doing fine. The long thin cayennes, those are the ones that are starting to spout in that, and those that one right there in the bottom left is probably about 14 inches tall, and that's probably about 6 inches growth since we transferred them 2 weeks ago. So I mean, they're going halfway decent. Right here, the Thai red chili peppers, those are also the ones we got from the Amish. I know the ones we got last year got about 30 inches tall and really bushed out, but the root system was not that big, so I'm kind of thinking maybe about right there. But, it comes to about a foot apart. Over here, the ghost peppers, these we got local at a place, if you know anywhere around here, called Paradise Gardens, up by the West Bend Airport. That's where we got an awesome deal. And the Trinidad scorpion peppers were one of my favorite to grow last year, and these get pretty big. And 3 of them actually got close to 100 with this variety. So we got 6 this year. And over here, I got them, let's see, 10 of the Carolina Reapers right here. And these were already pretty big right here, and you can tell right down here we're starting to get buds. These are actually right here about, and the ones behind the chocolate Trinidad scorpions, 3 of them yielded 140. And again, the Reapers got about 100 out of them too. But getting back, these actually, at least last year was the first time we were growing them, so these will actually get probably about another foot tall, if that. 3-foot stake should be pretty ample. What did kind of stunk, and I'm glad we did have reserve plants, is my wife's loofahs and that. And again, I mean, they're not dead. They are coming back. And these things will attract pollinators like you wouldn't believe. And even right there, you can tell right where the cold temperature. It did not get a freeze here, but it got pretty bad. But you can see right here, plants are recovering, and that one's a lost cause. And there's a few of them, but we will replace them in that. And we do have replacement plants in the greenhouse at this time. moving right along here, in that we put a couple magnolia tree seedlings in here. So, and these took to the ground real well. Not exactly the best time trying to plant them straight on an incline, but it worked. And right here, came along as getting some new residents in the wife's garden area. Little purple one, so that's a nice little change of scenery. And I'm not sure what we're gonna do here yet. I do gotta fence this in, but my daughter propagated a nice little mint area right here. And I'm hopefully going to try here. Apparently, which they don't like to tell you, is you're supposed to freeze lavender seeds a month before actually doing them, or plant them in the ground direct sow right after the first frost. So I'm gonna be trying something new over there this year. And right here and between those cement blocks there, if you can see, are the 2 fig tree seedlings we went, and Jeannie planted I always botch this name now. She gets mad when I call her flowers are chlamydia flowers, so I think clematis or clemitis, shamajo, whatever. I tell you, I'm straight, man. I'm not a flower guy, but you know, she is, and we need the pollinators. So right about down here and all over here, she planted some that will be hopefully growing up and attaching itself to this fence, which I gotta straighten up anyway. It'll get there. Yeah, you can tell right here we have a lot of supports and everything in that that we got. And over here, life is good. This lavender keeps a lot of critters out over here, so I am very happy with that. We got 6 plants, and it's you know, it's actually not doing as good right here. I see Chippy's been over here dicking around, putting some plants in. I'll put a stop to that one of these days. And yes, we finally started on our 5x5 foot shed. Actually, my loving wife and my daughter did that for the most part, so they get to take the credit for that. And as you can see right here with the heat, our chives have frickin' blown up. So I want to kick these seeds down a lot more before cutting them all down and letting them go up again. There, we started our charity drive for our next big fire. So I like to do things a little bit more and try to show people, I go, you know, I'm not out there to win a freaking popularity contest for the best garden. We're just doing what doing the best of what, you know, we can with what God's given us. I could sit there and make it look all pretty and all fabulous and happy, joy. But I also like to be honest, know that our freaking yard is also construction zone, so anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm planning on, at any rate, starting trying to put some sprinklers up here, make it a little bit easier on us, and You know, there's some Swiss chard in here, some beets, and I don't know how the hell that red mustard plant got in there. And so this right here is turning into our smorgasbord garden here, I think. We have well, let's see. There's some more Cossack kohlrabi, so we'll see how that does. It's our first year planting along with the rest right here. And these other ones among the fence are actually the asparagus beans, the Chinese asparagus beans. And these will get up to 24 to 36 inches. They recommend cutting them at 18 inches, which we didn't do last year and wasted a lot. But they are good. And these three, again, the bird's eye chili. Right now, I don't know, well, I'll tell you what. I bought them at about 8 inches tall, and there's between 16 inches and about 2 feet right now. So they claim in a pot this size that they're going to get up to 1.7 meters. I say BS. I hope I'm wrong, because that'd be freaking awesome if we got it that high. And over here, our happy little broccoli. As long as it don't bolt too much. And again, with the different temperatures in the new soil, we're really fighting with some of them. But the tomato plants, for the most part, are hanging on. These were actually some of the smaller mortgage lifters we got. That I showed on the last video 2 or 3 weeks ago in the greenhouse that were about half the size. And pretty much the rest of this bed is all, it's all out of mortgage lifters up to here. Except for these last ones right here. And these are all black crim, these 24 plants. And I hope these make it good, because we only had about 3 or 4 off of the other one because it got trashed because of the weather. But it is freaking awesome tasting. It's a purple blackish tomato. It's more of an heirloom variety, and it there is a definite more richer flavor on it. So right now, like I said, it's just a cluster of everything around here, because we're just trying to keep everything alive and staked. And around here, some of the peppers and that. The first 2 rows are the super chilies. And these don't get very big, so I don't know what we're going to put right there. And then above over here, we have the serrano peppers in the next 2 rows. And the giant jalapenos, and oh boy. And right here, oh boy, Chippy's been busy too. Right over here, all these little things right here are all Chippy's little seed stash. And, it is kind of retarded because to be quite honest, the damn critter don't even eat the shit after it grows. So, again, and, like I said, too, we're going to have some ones that don't do too well, but some may, too. It's still alive. We're going to give it the best chance we can. So, yeah, all this crap, all bird seed. Thanks, Chippy. And, I believe these are, oh, boy, I got a confession, I don't remember what the hell we planted here. So, I do know that was a stray loofah we couldn't separate, so we're going to take a look at there and see what kind of a mess and trouble we get into here. And, Jeannie's bed here, and over here we got some, more of the giant mustard and dill. And these things just take off. This is really awesome tasting, too. So, I think next year when we do some experimenting, we're going to sit there and look and try and do a lot of greens. And see how it goes. If we can dehydrate them or whatever and reconstitute them in a stew or whatever, that would be pretty nice. And over here, now these are weird because they're still growing. And they're a royal burgundy bean, so I'm not sure. I am almost wondering if that's not the color it's supposed to be. If you look right there, it's turning purple, so which would be a good thing. And again, most of the spinach is out here. I'm going to go in a little bit closer right here. And this right here is actually the seed of the asparagus we planted last year. We got little seedlings. So again, today we're going to sit there and be ripping all this up right here from from here over here, it's about 4 feet by about 8 feet straight back to the rhubarb, our happy little alien here. And this is where we're going to be putting some of our tomatillos today. In here, so far, the 3 bigger ones are the pepper fool views, or the heatless jalapenos. And those 12 down there are actually cherry peppers. Again, with the heat, we're going to be, I think we're going to be fighting this all summer, and it was a pain in the rear end, but I'll tell you, it was so worth it at the end. A lot on this side of all the tomatoes, and these actually did well last year, and they're actually the weaker ones right now so far, which are the Amish paste. But they have a different leaf configuration too, so we're not going to be worried too much about that. We had some Laromas here that I accidentally grabbed and all that survived. And we put lavender around here to deter some of the critters too. And I want you to take a look at this. This is proof. This is another proof of my God too. Okay. Now these things should have been dying. These things should have been dead. They really should have. We didn't get time to take care of them. I'm just going to scan this right here, and all the berries that are growing right now on here. These were not covered all through Wisconsin winter. And we have all these coming up right here. Yeah, right by the cross. Prairie, go figure. You make your decision. I'm just a messenger. Anyway. So, we got a lot more over here. And, I might have to do a little, explosive work right here. Yeah, Chippy Tunnel right there. That's okay. I got some smoke bombs with his name on. And over here, these tomato variety, we call them, they're heirloom. They're called Mr. Stripey. I'm going to zoom into the tag right here and you can kind of see what they're supposed to look like. So, and then Jeannie got some celebrities started here. And these were awesome last year too, and they were a smaller tomato. They're called the Lemon Boy, which were a nice yellow like that right there. And these are the pineapple ones that supposedly get 7 to 9 feet tall. So, we're going to have fun with this. And then we got the snap peas coming up alongside of this trellis, and all this is all okra right here. Going. And we got another 3 rows in the main garden back over there. These are little trees we're going to try to save today. And, yeah, a little bit. Just Steven's plants are coming along just awesome right here. So, our cherry trees are going. And this is our daikon radishes, approximately 1 month after planting. And again, because of the heat, there is a ton of seeds coming off and bolting. So again, we have no idea how long this is going to last, and we'll end up putting the cukes in here. And we got some more asparagus beans here, and my daughter Lillian, who is 8, there's her little area. And then over here we got more of the sweet peppers and that. And again, these okra seedlings, I know, it's funny because these things will give you a heart attack until you get used to them. These things will not get very big right off the bat, but when they do, they will look like a little 4 to 5 foot tall trees. And you will literally see a seed pod grow from 2 inches up to 12 inches within a week, if not sooner. And they'll usually have 1 or 2 replacing the other. So you only get up to about 6 per plant when it's fully going, at least over here. And maybe it's a Wisconsin thing. I heard there's a lot more in down south. I don't know. So anybody watching this video can verify and message me or so. That'd be awesome. So, anyway, and the red, by the way, turn green anyway when you cook them. So, anyway, going back here, we got more of our banana peppers in there. And one thing we learned, since peppers do not like cauliflower, And everybody likes beets. Everybody likes beets and everybody likes okra. So there you go. Plant a row right there and separate them. And they can all quit their whining in the plant kingdom. So we got our raspberries here. And for 1 year, there is over 2.5 feet tall of growth off of our pear trees here. And I did not have a lot of hope last year with this grapevine. And there was nothing. And this is freaking awesome. Because in Wisconsin first, we are finally getting our first grape bunches on it. Right there. Got some over there. And boy, are they growing every day. This is really cool. So we got 2, 3, 4. We probably got about 6 bunches on here alone. Over here, this is going to be a fight and a half too. And I'm way back there. It's freaking milkweed's taking over. It sucks. It really does. It's great for pollinator, but take over the garden. Between that and horseradish, it's a never-ending battle. And over here we got we started more. It's starting to grow a little bit better. And I'm doing this a lot for the videos. First of all, for our own personal research, and kind of share what works and what doesn't. And basically, because I don't believe in bullshit excuses. And there's a lot of whiners out there saying, well, we're lucky, luck has nothing to do. It's called fricking work. And I don't give a crap what the excuse is, why people can't or won't do it. Or I'm tired. Yeah, well, welcome to the club. That's what happens when you work, okay? Get over it, buttercup. Otherwise, shut your mouth and live off McDonald's and cry when you have a heart attack at 42. So anyway, here's my little public service announcement. So over here we got the small sugar pumpkins. And again, I know this is way, way off. So we're really overloading the garden. And it can be a combination of survival of the fittest. Let's see what happens. And damn it, this is about the 4th time we've ripped out the straight chive plant. So we must have some nice other stuff in there. We got the white patty pan, yellow patty pan squash here. And our friend Bill gave us these tromboncino, I believe they're pronounced, swan gourds. And these green pumpkins are actually an heirloom we got. I think, oh boy, I do not remember if we bought these seeds, which we do have seeds, or we got them from an heirloom variety. A green pumpkin is actually a type of squash that's closely related to acorn, and they're freaking awesome. They're better than the acorn squash. Now these 2 rows right here, they don't look the greatest, but these are 3-year-old seeds, maybe 4. They're called banana melons, and I have no idea what they are, since I never grew them. And these 3 right here are an experiment, and they look awesome. The garden looks a lot better after it's rained, and I think we're going to be pushing it right now as it is anyway. We do have even enough rows we can get between them, but these 3 rows right here all down are all more okra. So all in all, we're looking at probably about 170 to 200 okra plants alone we have. And probably close to 100 squash in this garden, which is probably about 20 by 25 and gourd. So not a lot of space, but I mean, we're doing right here. And over here we have our dark green zucchini. The red Hubbard squash, this is 100% heirloom from a farmer's market. And this was freaking awesome. If you've never had red Hubbard squash and you get a chance, it's ugly as sin and it's red. It's just like the blue Hubbard squash. Get it. Might be $5-6. Save the seeds. Yeah, you will love it. And right over here, there's a round zucchini, which is a ball zucchini, whatever you want to call it. And supposedly they get about 2 to 4 inch. And what the heck? Look at this. Wow. I think they're starting to blossom a little bit right down there or something. Has a lot of stuff. And again, these seeds came directly from Everwild. The one seed place that I do hawk quite a bit online, because I've had awesome luck with them. And I'm going to get a little bit closer up here to these ball zucchini. Yep, there's a lot of leaves on there, so that's kind of surprising over there. This thing, when we got over here, I got a lot of stuff I'm wondering about. So if anyone on the watching these videos knows some of this crap, please let me know. And right here we got horseradish coming up yet again. And that thing's really flying good. So I heard too, I didn't verify, I'm going to try it in some of the pickles, that the tannis and the horseradish leaf can actually help maintain crispiness. So I got a lot of crap down here, and go through the rhubarb, so I can barely. Aha! Get over here, you fatty! Come on, get over. Yep. There you go. Oh, bastard chipmunk. They all must die. Anyway, but if you look down here in that, on a lot of our grapevines, they really came back. And again, this is the first time either me or Jeannie ever did this, so could be way off, could be normal, could be whatever. So any advice would be appreciated and warranted. And over here we got our blueberries going, and the final thing too, area too, is right down here. These were Brandywine tomatoes that we got, and tell you what, those things look a lot better than they did yesterday. And in here we got over 200 pole beans alone in this little stash going around the cage. And last year we did get it going completely around. So unfortunately I had some invasive species which are kind of crappy in that, but yeah, it's kind of nice. Right here we got, okay, there's a little arms coming, woohoo. And over here we're gonna have some bush beans, which is about another 50, so almost 300 plants around this one cage. This bed you see right here in the U shape is 6 feet wide by 30 feet long, and then 16 feet over here and only 4 feet wide. So probably about a little bit, about 390 square feet, maybe 400, give or take a little bit. So that's a lot of plants in there. So you're figuring right there with the beans and the tomatoes, it's quite a bit. These things again too, these just blow my mind. And even though there's leaf curl on it, I was told not to mess with it, and that's pretty much normal. That was our 3-foot peach tree seedling that Jeannie and I planted the year we got together, and actually one of the first things we planted when we got together and moved in. And it was that one and this one, which is about oh boy, about 8 feet tall, and that's about 9.5 feet tall, and we paid $12.50 at Walmart. So again, they're going to try and throw a few extra leftover yard-long beans here, and the growth is amazing. This is about half the height last year when I bought her for Mother's Day for her lilac bush. So that is about all we have for the update today. I see my beautiful wife is home right there by the chickens. So I'm going to let you all go, and everybody have an awesome day, and might make a few other videos with some other products I got to show you later. So have an awesome day. If you're in a heat zone or whatever, stay cool, take care of yourself, and we'll see you next video.